friends. Welcome to Story Behind Podcast. This is the show for people who love hearing a good story and who believe the world could use more positivity. We're the team behind GodUpdates and God2, and we hope these weekly short stories will brighten your day.
After a life-altering loss, Malcolm-Jamal Warner's mother speaks from the heart. Written by Julie Provost, read by Julie Provost. If you grew up in the 1980s, you probably watched The Cosby Show, which aired from 1984 to 1992. Malcolm-Jamal Warner plays Theo Huxtable, the teenage son on the famous sitcom. The actor, writer, and musician sadly passed away in a tragic drowning accident while in Costa Rica. His mother, Pamela Warner, sat down with Good Morning America's Robin Roberts to share more about the loss of her son. Malcolm-Jamal Warner was just 54 when he lost his life in the waters of Costa Rica on July 20th, 2025. The actor had been married to his wife, Tanisha Warner, since 2017, and they had one daughter together, age 8. He and his wife and his daughter were in Costa Rica on a homeschooling trip. It was part of an immersion program she was taking part in. In addition to The Cosby Show, Malcolm-Jamal Warner also starred in Malcolm and Eddie from 1996 to 2000, Read Between the Lines from 2011 to 2015, and more recently, The Resident, with his last credit being in a few episodes of Alert Missing Persons Unit. During the interview, Pamela confirmed that Malcolm's daughter was not in the water when he drowned, even though some reports shared that she was. He was in the water with another man. They were in the water, I think maybe chest deep, even at that, maybe waist deep, she shares. There was an undertow, and my son was not an experienced swimmer. He did not know how to deal with an undertow. The other man did survive. The same undertow happened to the other gentleman, but he was a more experienced swimmer, and he was able to rescue himself, but Malcolm was not. When Pamela heard the news of her son's death, those in her cul-de-sac heard her screams. It was from the bottom of my soul, she shares. Now what came up and what came out was huge. It was an indescribable pain that resonated throughout my body. For Pamela, that was the physical part of losing her son. The spiritual part of it was his time, she said. This is what I believe and what I feel. She goes on to share that the deep conversation she had with her son through the years brought her comfort now that he's gone. I'm very grateful that I was chosen to be his mother, she said. She also shares that she's at peace with what happened. There's nothing left on the table. There's no shoulda, coulda, woulda, she tells Robin. As heartbroken as a mother would be losing her son, feeling at peace about it all has got to be a blessing from the Lord. Pamela's granddaughter watched on the beach as first responders tried to resuscitate him. She saw that, she shares. I know that's an awfully traumatic. She loved her father dearly. Both she and Tanisha are both, as you can expect, in deep grief. Despite this tragedy, Pamela wants people to continue to support Malcolm-Jamal Warner's legacy. Love where you can, give where you can, just be better, she says. Just be better because that's what he wanted and that's what he was working towards. We can all be better selves. Pamela will be carrying on his work. He wasn't just an actor, but also a writer and a musician and was committed to helping young artists. It is her mission now. We hold his family in our prayers as they continue to grieve the loss of their son, father, and husband. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you, not as the world gives, give I to you. Don't let your heart be troubled, neither let it be fearful. John 14:27.
Did you know that Gen Z and millennials are leading the resurgence in church attendance? That's right. New research out from GLUE and Barna as part of the State of the Church initiative shows that Gen Z and millennials are now attending church more regularly than older generations. This is a historic reversal in church trends. And GLUE, spelled GLOO, is at the center of all of this. They're the technology platform for the faith ecosystem, connecting you with the latest research, technology, and values-aligned AI that supports churches, and ultimately, human flourishing. GLUE is on a mission to serve those who serve, the pastors, leaders, publishers, and more in the faith ecosystem. That's high tech for a higher purpose. You can stay up to date with everything happening at GLUE and across the entire faith ecosystem by texting JOIN to 46816. And when you text today, they'll send you the latest research from GLUE and Barna about this historic church trend. Again, that's the word JOIN to 46816.
From director Sean McNamara comes Soul on Fire, based on a true story.
They said you had no chance, but here you are.
Starring Joel Courtney, John Corbett, Stephanie Shostak, Macy McLean, with Devon Franklin and William H. Macy.
If you focus exactly on loving the life that you're living right now, and not the life that you think you could have had or should have had, that's the whole deal right there.
Soul on Fire. Rated PG. Parental guidance suggested. Now playing. For tickets, go to soulonfiremovie.com.
Soul on Fire.
A young girl with Sanfilippo syndrome receives her dream Make-A-Wish gift, a hot tub. Written by Michaela Gordoni, read by Julie Provost. 3-year-old Rowan Begbie, who has Sanfilippo syndrome, recently got her heart's desire thanks to a Make-A-Wish foundation. Her wish, a hot tub. Rowan's genetic condition is extremely rare and affects the brain and central nervous system. The little girl loves water, so the foundation fulfilled her wish by installing a hot tub in her backyard in Tennessee. She really just needed a place, a respite, every day for her to just do the thing she loves, and that's being in the water, Rowan's father said. Rowan has many doctor's appointments, and she enjoys having her own place to wind down. She already spent so much of her time in it, and is going to love it so much, her mom said. Rowan was diagnosed with the syndrome at age 2 when someone told the family that they should have Rowan get genetic testing. If we hadn't gotten that call, we could have gone years without knowing, Rowan's dad said. Awareness is everything. She's just a really sweet kid, and they're a great family going through a tough medical journey. And a wish is an opportunity to give hope and joy to a child who's in the middle of that struggle, and give them something to look forward to and celebrate them being a child, said Garrett Wegley, president and CEO of Make-A-Wish East Tennessee. Rowan is currently in a clinical trial at UNC Chapel Hill, which is 12 hours from the home. She attends weekly treatments. Rowan gets an infusion of the enzyme she's lacking. This particular enzyme is necessary to remove waste from the human body, Rowan's mom explained. Over time, these wastes cause progressive neurological damage. Sanfilippo is often characterized as a children's Alzheimer's. Kids eventually lose the ability to talk, walk, and feed themselves. We hope that this trial helps slow the progression and gives her a better quality of life. She added, the rare disease is heartbreaking, and we hope someday there is approved treatment or even a cure. The family are advocating for FDA approval for new treatments for the disease. They also have a foundation called Rally for Rowan, which supports families impacted by Sanfilippo syndrome through community engagement, charitable programs, and funding medical research. It's truly wonderful that the Make-A-Wish Foundation knows that no wish is too big or too small. With all the treatments and doctor's visits Rowan has, she certainly deserves a place to relax.
Thank you so much for listening to Story Behind Podcast. We're really glad you joined us for this week's story. To see photos and videos that may have been referenced in this episode, check out the links in the show notes. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to our podcast, and please tell a friend about us. We'd also love it if you'd rate us and leave us a review. It really does help more people find us. Story Behind is a Salem Web Network production.
At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than money. It's a way to support the people, causes, and community you love. Because helping you put your faith into action is at the heart of what we do. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.